All right, what's up, everyone? OJ over here from Player Essence. Welcome back to another PE Live. Today, we should have a pretty good show for you guys. We're gonna be talking about some Turok. Shout outs to all the Turok people out there. Not a big fan of Turok myself, but a lot of people seem to be very happy that Turok is coming over to Nintendo Switch. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're also going to be discussing, what was it? Switch 2-year anniversary. I didn't put that in the title, but we're gonna be discussing that. Also, Masahiro Sakurai, his insane work ethic. Insane work ethic. Like, this guy's crazy. We're going to talk about that in just a bit, guys. So, Masahiro Sakurai is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, too. So, it should be a good show. Should be a very, 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 very good show. So, I'm going to pause the music. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the tunes. We had Fire Emblem, Lost in Thoughts All Alone from Super Smash Bros. And then we also had the Gangplank Galleon remix from Super Smash Bros. So that's some nice Sakurai type of music. I probably should have played a Turok track, but then like I forgot to play the Turok track. I had to arm my alarm and do a couple other things before the stream started that I noticed. And then I was like, you know what? It's not even enough time, so let me just play this. Let me just play this this other track real quick. So yeah, so it's looking good, looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into the Ninja news for this week, and I'll get to the shoutouts in just a bit. We really don't have too much outside of tomorrow. I'm going to be active on the site or on the channel. You're going to see videos, but I don't know if it's going to be PE news in the morning. We're going to have a different type of video. We're going to have a Fire Emblem video in the morning. Then we could have another video. I'm going to be busy pretty much all day tomorrow with other stuff prepping for this stuff that I got to do on Thursday. So tomorrow and so Wednesday and Thursday might be a little bit different in terms of like you might not get like the regular PE news or Switch news in the morning. But you'll still get videos pretty much the whole day. We'll do PE Live tomorrow, but Thursday, depending on, you know, kind of what goes on, I'm not sure when PE Live will go down. So just keep that in mind, guys. I just have some stuff that I got to take care of. Not tripping or anything. Nothing like it's serious, but it's nothing that I'm really worrying about. I'm just trying to go there, get it over with, and then we can everybody can just move on. So we'll be doing that. Or I'll be going through that. And so yeah, and then everything should probably get back to normal, and I should probably have a schedule of when I can live stream Smash and all that consistently after that date, after Thursday. So maybe I'll make an announcement or I'll talk about it on Friday or Saturday, depending on what happens on Thursday. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. So I think that's it. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I've got to say. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the shout-outs here. Let's go ahead and give some shout-outs to everybody here. So if you want me to say hi to you, feel free. Feel free. G5 is here. What's good? Elite Ninja G5. Elite Ninja Ms. Velvet Crow is here. Shout-outs to Elite Ninja Ms. Velvet Crow. Thank you for the long-term support. Classic Turok boys. Let's go. What's up, VC? Good to see you here. Good to see El Chupacabra here as well. Alonzo Vines. Elite Ninja Alonzo Vines is here. What's good? Dorkman is here. What's good, Dorkman? T-Dude is here. What's good, T-Dude? Elite Ninja Kenyatta Ali is here. Shoutouts to Redengan user. Flip999 is here. What's good, man? Avatar Renji, what's up, man? Good to catch you here. Good job on your drawings that I've been seeing lately, dude. Nice. Good stuff, man. Good to see you drawing again. Let's see here. Dawson31 is here. What's good? Elite Ninja Jakin is here. Elite Ninja Jumpmon is here. Elite Ninja Joel Pultz is here as well. Matthew Jenkins is here. What's good? David FX is here. Metal Smashing Gaming. What's good, man? How you doing today? NWM. Elite Ninja NWM is here. Bowsette is here. What's good? Wave Symphony. What's up, man? Hope everything goes well on Thursday. Yeah, I should be fine. I'm not tripping. Before I'm not tripping really any. I'm just trying to get it over with, and then like we can just everybody involved can just move on. So let's just see what happens. Keeping a positive attitude, and yeah, like I said, nothing should really change outside of me just having a set schedule for you guys. So I mean, everything's cool. You know, I'm not tripping. Let's see here. Elite Ninja Party Man is here. What's good? The Hands the Third. What's good? How's it going? You thought Sakurai was fighting the dino in the thumbnail for a second? Why? Does it even look like that? Okay. What's up, Oscar? How's it going? Thank you, man. Any tips for grasping the battle system? Nah, just keep playing, homie. Just keep playing. Follow the on-screen cues, and you'll be fine. Just keep playing. Follow the on-screen cues, you'll be good. Let's see here. PCCW9, what's good, man? Forrest, what's up? Omega Game Chase 92, what's up, man? Once again, Party Man. I think I said party, but anyway, either way, what's up, Party Man? MTY 1983. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? Omega Chase once again. J2 Blue, Elite Ninja J2 Blue is here. What's good? Good to see you here. Peter Alcaron, what's up, man? Good to see you here as well. Thank you guys for joining in today. Appreciate the support. Shout outs to Noel Fan, working on your day off. What? Yeah, you got to go into the stock room. What? Oh, okay. What's up, Noel Fan? Good to see you here. I thought you were on vacation, dude. Let's see here. Deadlock 7 is here. What's good, Deadlock 7? Forrest is here. What's good? Geronimo, shout outs to the Elite Ninja Geronimo's here. What's good, Geronimo? Who did I miss? Matthew Jenkins is here. Valhalla Altcast is here. What's up, man? Arctic Snow is here. What's good? What's good? Solo Nepion is here as well. What's good, man? Good to see you here. Shout outs to Elite Ninja Matthew Hammond. I'm not sure if I said the name, but I'll say it again. Lex Graham is here. Tyler Epic, what's up, man? It's going good. How are you? Oh, vacation is over. Back to the real world, unfortunately. You're a Messi. You're having a tough day. My streams cheer you up. Man, I'm happy that my streams cheer you up, man. Man, you guys cheer me up, dude. I was not feeling good the other week. I was not feeling good, but like I said, I had a couple talks with the barber, had a talk with the family friend, and now I'm feeling a lot better, and you guys too. You guys always cheer me up. You guys are always huge when it comes to the streams. So yeah, I think if you're ever having a bad day, it's always good to tune in. We can talk about some gaming news. We can discuss other things, and everybody can just kind of, you know, continue on, right? Just keep living one day at a time. So yeah. Let's see here. Freaky Deaky, what's up, man? How you doing today? Count Autismula? I haven't seen that name before in here. Shout outs, dude. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yo, Felix Acosta, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Take as much time off as I need. You know what? I'm not going to need any time off, guys. I'll be okay. Like I said, I had a family friend that gave me some really good advice the other day. Some really, really good advice. So I'm not really too worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really too worried about it. It's not like it's the end of the world, whatever is decided or whatever happens. I'm just, like I said, just one day at a time. I'll just continue living, you know, and just do whatever I need to do to pay my bills and continue to support the channel. And I'll continue to make content for the channel. You guys have been very supportive. So, I mean, really, like, nothing's going to happen after the day. It just is what it is. So, I'm not really worried too much about it. Just ready to just go and get it over with, come back, and everybody just move on, like I said. So yeah, but no, I won't be taking any time off. I'll be taking 0 time off. Like I said, the only thing that's going to come out of it for you guys is that I'm going to have a set schedule after that day. So I'll kind of know, you know, I won't be having to, oh, okay, I got to go do this. Okay, now I got to go do this. Oh, now this comes up. I'll be like, okay, I can stream or I can do this day, this day, this day. You guys are still going to get like your PE news or your videos at the set times, but like streams could change time and stuff like that. So like I said, we'll see what happens. So yeah, everything's good, man. Matt Inside, what's good, man? What's good? So yeah. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. But yeah, no time will be taken off. I'll take Sunday off. How about that? I'll take Sunday off, at least somewhat, right? I'll somewhat take Sunday off. Yeah, sorry to hear about that too, Jumpman. I heard what you said in the chat, bro. Sorry to hear about that, man. It's always rough when you have family members that are dealing, or when you're dealing with that as a family member, you know? KJ2399, what's good, man? Good to see you here. Thank you for coming out to the stream, homie. Neo Blitz the Prinny, what's good, man? Good to see you here as well. Sunday shilling. Let's see here. You can have the Sakurai work ethic if you like. I've got the Sakurai work ethic. You guys, don't you guys realize you guys get videos every day? You think that I'm never sick, or I never get food poisoning or anything like that? Man, I don't publicize it like Sakurai does. I was almost dead and I still streamed for you guys. You guys just didn't realize it, but I almost died and I streamed. No, but to be honest, to be fair, guys, no, there was this one time where it was, how many years ago? It was, I think it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago, probably like 2016 or 2017. I remember I could barely speak. Like, my voice was like this. I had a crazy throat bug, and I still did PE news pretty much every single day. The whole week I was talking like this, and I didn't care. I still reported the news. Like, I swear I was like dead, and I just still was just doing the video. Everyone was like, OJ, your voice sounds horrible. Why are you still talking? I'm like, because the news must go on. And I remember like, I remember John from Spawnwave, so it must have been 2017 because I started talking to John really a lot in 2017. He came on in 2016, but I started talking to him a lot in 2017, or at the end of 2016/2017, early 2017. And I remember he got sick too, and he was on Twitter. He was like, "Oh man, I have this bug. Like, you know, man, like it's gonna be tough doing videos." And I was like, "Dude, you need to suck it up and just do the videos anyway." I said Newswave must go on, and he was like, "Agreed." So John had the same thing too, because I remember that I had it as well. So yeah, man. Let's see here. You're not a robot, unsub. I know, dude. I know. I have the IV hooked up. It's right underneath the table, guys. That's what I'm saying, man. What's up, Black God? How you doing today, my man? Good to see you here. What'd you say, OJ? So we are Sakurai really an intravenous to finish Smash? Oh, I think you meant IV. IV. Okay, yeah. You just put the whole thing there. Yeah. Well, it was really he got food poisoning and he didn't want to miss work, so he just basically hooked up like an IV to him. He like Sakurai's also a doctor and a nurse, so he just bought his own stuff for an IV and hooked it up himself. No, I'm joking. But no, it's crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy story. But let's first start off with some Turok. So VC's stupid. Let's see here. So the N64 shooter Turok is coming to Nintendo Switch. So basically what this is, guys, this is not like a complete remake. They've touched it up. They've made it look a bit better. But for the most part, it looks like a really smooth N64 game. You know, the game is not like completely redone graphics-wise, but it's just smoothed out. Like, you know, it looks better. It's not as blurry as it was before. And some people were saying, okay, well, why is this coming down? Like, this is crazy. This is like, you know, what's this coming at this point? But this game is already on like Xbox One and like PS4 or something like, or like PC. So Turok 1 and Turok 2 are well, Turok 1 is officially confirmed. That's coming out this March. So mid-March, we're going to get Turok. I think it's like March 18th. We're getting Turok. And then like Turok 2, there's already signs that Turok 2 is coming as well. Especially if Turok 1 is coming, then Turok 2 is coming as well. So Nighthawk, I think it's Nighthawk. Who is it that's dealing with this? The publishing of this, or the developers? Night Dive, there, not Nighthawk. Night Dive Studios is developing and publishing the port as well. So self-publishing with it. So not bad at all, man. If you're into Turok, if you're like one of those N64 dudes, then it's actually really cool. You said you had PlayStation, you didn't have the money for 64, so I'll pick up Turok when it's cheap enough. Yeah, it's like 20 bucks right now, I think, for the game. I played the original Turok. I rented it, and I was like, I got like stuck, and I was like, this game sucks. And then like I remember I went to this, I returned it, and then I remember like going to school and talking about. I'm like, hey, any of you guys ever played Turok? Like, oh yeah, that game is great. And I was like, it is. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's so cool. You can do this, this, and this. And I was like, yeah, it's a great game. I was like, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, do you remember this part? I was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't get to any of that. So then I went back and I rented it again. And then I went over to my friend's place and I was like, yo, man, like, show me these cool stuff in Turok. And I let him play it and get to the cool parts. He's like, yo, see what you can do? And I'm like, okay, yeah, that is pretty cool. So then I saw how he did it and where he went. So then when I went back home that night, I freaking started another file. And I started playing through, and I was like, okay, this is all right. I still didn't like love it or anything, but it was much better after my friend kind of showed me where you go, so I wasn't stuck or anything. So it was cool. It was cool at the end of the day. Like, I liked it. It wasn't like a horrible game, but it wasn't like I was big into Turok or anything. Like, I didn't even really worry about Turok 2. Like, I played it, but it was like, I rented it one weekend, got like a quarter or halfway through. I was like, I'm good. You know, I never rented it again, and I was done with Turok. Didn't play another Turok after that. Even though there was like Turok Seeds of Evil or other Turok games, I didn't even play them. I was just like, I'm good, you know. So yeah, definitely cool. Turok, mad cool, old school game. I got it on the PC. It's old but clean. Number 2, Seeds of Evil. Okay, so who here actually likes Turok? Who here actually likes Turok? Let's see here. I remember that both when you lost your voice, more or less. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Matthew Evans says Turok. He just says Turok, Matthew. There's nothing else that he says, just Turok. Turok! Let's get it! I'm honestly so hyped for classic Turok. I last played it when I was a kid and lost my old copy. I totally copped it for $20. I don't give a beep. It's worth it. It's great gameplay and beautiful flat grass. So in this game, it's okay because it's an old school game, so it has that flat grass, so it's okay. Yeah, man, I was just never big into Turok. I don't know, like, I tried to get into it, but that's kind of how I was with a lot of N64 games. Like, I was into RPGs when I was a kid, you know, and like N64, there was like no RPGs. There was barely any. There was only like so few. And I just never really like got into the N64 like other kids did. Like, I played the hell out of like GoldenEye. So I was into the N64 for that. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. I love those games. Mario 64, Mario Golf. I played all those games. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, screw the N64. Because I did get one like for Christmas, like in 1998. And like I played Buck Bumble. Oh man, I should have even said that. But yeah, I was playing Buck Bumble. I played like F-Zero GX. So yeah, it was good. It was good. But yeah, like I always I was playing my emulator more, like Super Nintendo. I was playing like Luffy. I was playing like all the games that I missed when I was a kid. I was beating all the games that I couldn't beat when I was younger. I was beating them on emulator because you can do like save states and stuff like that. So I was like beating like Secret of Evermore. I played again like Secret of Mana, of course. I was playing Chrono Trigger, beating that multiple times. I was playing Breath of Fire. That was fun to play because I was still a kid when that game came out, but it was cool to play Breath of Fire like in the late 90s. Even though after like the PlayStation 1 started coming out. So yeah, it was cool, man. You said it went back to Conqueror's Bad Fur Day and Buck Bumble. You got the same experience as me. You got stuck. Nice. I know I said the curse words. Buck Bumble, they're cursed. It's cursed, I tell ya. Turok was okay. Preferred GoldenEye. Yeah, I preferred Gold. I mean, I think most people probably preferred GoldenEye to Turok. I mean, Turok was cool, but I just don't think it wasn't like GoldenEye, dude. Oh, you know what game I played a lot too when I was a kid? Like Duke Nukem 64. Like I played the multiplayer a lot when I was a kid. I thought the multiplayer was really fun with Duke Nukem 64. I mean, so yeah, I played that a lot. I could never beat the game though. I just could never beat the game. But I played I got stuck or I got lost in Duke Nukem 64 a lot. But like I used to play the multiplayer with my friends all the time. So yeah, man. Let's see here. Deadlock 7 says quite fun multiplayer on some of the Turok games. Turok was replaced by GoldenEye once that came out, basically for my multiplayer sessions. Yeah, me too. And then Perfect Dark, another one, was really good. Matthew Jenkins says, places it's not my favorite N64 game, but I'll pick it up. Well, it doesn't have to be your favorite N64 game to pick it up, you know. So yeah. VC says the original Turok is the best Turok game / experience. So you didn't enjoy it. You probably would not enjoy any of the Turok games. Well, I played Turok 1 and Turok 2. I don't know. There's probably a lot more Turok games. I just know that there's the Seeds of Evil game. I mean, it's not like I didn't enjoy it too much. It's just that, like, I got stuck and I ended up playing it. And I was like, it was all right. It's just, like I said, I was an RPG guy, you know. Like, I was always, like, a kid. Like, I was an RPG kid. I was, like, RPG or, like, Mario platformers or something like that, you know. Like, that's what I was into. I was into those type of games. Oh, and, like, Gran Turismo. Whenever my friend brought over his PlayStation, like, we played Gran Turismo. I was really into Gran Turismo as well. I thought Gran Turismo was so fun. Like, souping up cars and, like, getting the money and racing, winning the races and all that, and then getting better parts. For some reason, I just thought that was, like, the funnest thing. So I used to always play hella Gran Turismo. Because there was, like, no games like Gran Turismo on, like... I mean, there was games like that on the N64, but nothing as good. Like, I don't think there was anything as good as Gran Turismo on the N64. In terms of, like, simulation racing and getting the money and all that. I mean, there probably was something that I'm not thinking of, but there was nothing that I got, you know. So, yeah. Let's see. I was more into platformers and grew into RPGs. Yeah. I was into platformers a lot, too. But like I was really only into like Mario platformers after a certain while. I used to play like a lot of platformers as a kid, but I was also into beat 'em ups as well. So those were fun. Let's see. You can't mention Buck Bumble and Turok in the same stream. I know, or something blows up. Something somewhere someplace blows up if you mention those two in the same. We don't know what's happening, but it's like a spontaneous combustion of something in the universe happens when you mention those two. So please refrain. Please refrain from doing that, guys. Please refrain. So yeah. All right, take it easy, Aaron. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. The Hands of the Third says never played the N64 version of Turok. Had it on the PS2. Okay. So you mean Seeds of Evil, or did the original Turok come out for the PS2 as well? I don't think so. Did it? Maybe it did. Let's see. A disturbance in the forest. Yeah, definitely. Like something happens. Like you mentioned those two in a sentence. Like all of a sudden, like a water bottle falls somewhere. Something blows up. Somebody gets hurt. I mean, it's not a good thing. So guys, please be careful with that type of language in the chat here. You know what I'm saying? The disturbance is that RGT's Hot Pocket blew up. Yeah, exactly. Hot Pocket blew up. His pizza cutter got a little rusty. A little bit of rust built up on the pizza cutter out of nowhere, even though it was clean and in the, you know, in the little thing that you put it in to dry off or whatever, dish container. Let's see. Deadlock 7 says, yeah, Perfect Dark was great. You could set the AI fighting style of the bots. Yes, barely any game since had that feature. It was insane. Yeah, you can set it to like Revenge Sim, where like if you kill them, they'll come back after, like they'll like hunt you down. You know, it was great. It was really good. I liked Perfect. I used to play Perfect Dark for hours. Me and my friends, we used to play that all the time. Back when I had friends, it was great. It was you would just we would just get together, like we'd have the LAN parties, or not even LAN because there was only one N64, but we would have like we'd be playing on this little ghetto TV. You know what I'm saying? We split those screens, man. You got like, bro, you got like your screen was like this big. It was like this big, but you were like, you were so focused. Your screen would be so small. You'd be all together. You'd be running in 15 frames per second. It was 15 frames good enough. That's okay. We can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, those were the days. Old school. We would play that till we passed out, man. We would play that till we passed out. So good stuff, man. I remember those days. The days of innocence. Now today is just like, so many issues today. So yeah. Let's see here. Jet Force Gemini. Yeah, I played Jet Force Is it Jet Force Gemini or Gemini? Jet Force Gemini. Yeah, I played that game back in the day too. It was funny because I was always stuck on this one boss where you were kind of like you had to move side to side, and for some reason I didn't like think to use the C because I kept on dying. I kept on dying because I thought you had to stand still. It was such a stupid reason why I was stuck. And I didn't realize that, oh, you can move side to side. All you have to do is just use the C buttons to move side to side. And I was like, wow. Like, I was stuck for like, I wasn't playing it the whole time, but I was like just stuck for like at least about a good 4 months, maybe. I'd play it sometimes and just be stuck on that boss. I'd be like, this is dumb. And then I finally realized by accident, like I just pressed this, like I think I put the controller down and like they moved from to the side. And I was like, wait a minute, how did I do that? And then I was like, oh, here you go. You just use the C buttons and you move side to side. It was just, oh man, I've never been so embarrassed in my life as a gamer. That was horrible. It was horrible. Yes, especially during the long holiday breaks from school, man. Those were the days when it was like, yo, that last day before you had I mean, where I live, summer was hot as hell, so it wasn't like, I mean, summers were cool, but it wasn't like great because it was too hot. The best time for me was always like, and like the reason why is like my dad, like he like never wanted to turn on the air conditioner, and like I literally live in like one of the hottest places in California, so it was like that's why it's like summers were cool, but it wasn't like as cool as like. Oh, I got some metaphor. Anyway, like summers were not as fun just because it was just too damn hot. Like it was just too damn hot in the house, and I don't really have any fond memories of summer when I was a kid, just because of how hot it was. And like playing video games when it's hot is not fun because the video game console makes it hotter. Your body temperature just naturally rises when you're playing some games. The TV's on. We had a big old box CRT TV, so it wasn't very fun doing that. Now when I went over to my friend's house, which I'd go over at times, but it wasn't like I was there all the time. Like they would actually turn on the air conditioner. So then I have good memories of that. But most of the time I was at my house and it was hot as hell and we didn't have a pool. So when I was a kid, so we're talking like 7, 8, 9, you know, that age. Now when I got older, like when I got into high school, like everything was cool. Like summers were okay because like we used the air conditioner and like it was okay, you know. But when I was younger, I didn't have really any good memories of that. But Christmas break, I had fantastic memories of Christmas break because it was nice and cold. We can just get blankets, you can just bundle up and you can play video games. And it was just, those were the times that I have very fond memories of, like hanging out with the friends, you know, playing video games, playing Pokemon. It was great, man. It was great. So yeah, man, Christmas breaks were always so good. They were always so good. Yo, what's up, Michael O'Brien? Good to see you here. Elite Ninja Michael O'Brien in the house. What's good, man? Said Turok 2 was by far the best Turok I played. Can't wait to use that cerebral bore. Okay. Okay, so you can get on top of like the animals and stuff. That's what you're talking about. So let's see here. Every time you mention them two, Keanu Reeves gets a migraine. It had to be Keanu Reeves because I was watching the Matrix movies over again. And I actually watched them over again because I watched them back in the day and I didn't really understand what was going on. So, and this was before the internet was super prevalent because the last Matrix movie was 2003. So the internet was prevalent, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. So I watched them all again, and then I had to look up like exactly what happened in the movie. And yo, those movies suck. I'm sorry. I hate the ending of the Matrix movies. And I'm saying that as in like I don't like the ending, but I do understand exactly what happened with the Matrix movies now. I do understand exactly what happened and what was going on, but those movies are confusing as hell. And I can see why people don't like the third movie. Because it like literally turns like Terminator Salvation or something like that. But the ending's really good. But no, outside of what happens at the end. But yeah. But yeah, pour one out for Keanu Reeves. Pour one out. They need to make another Matrix, and somehow Keanu Reeves needs to come back. I don't care what anybody says. Do I like the Animatrix? It's all right. I mean, it's all right. It's just like backstory stuff to set up things that happen, like, you know, like why like the humans made like the black cloud or they blocked out the sun. It's just stuff like that. So I mean, it's all right. It's good. It's not bad. Random, but let's see. But the brothers who made the Matrix movies became sisters. What do you mean by that? The Wachowski brothers or whatever? What are you talking about, dude? Let's see your places. That weapon you need to YouTube it. The cerebral bore is a drill. Oh, okay, explode. Okay, I thought it was like an animal or something. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I need to YouTube it. My bad, dude. Let's see here. They were pretty cool. Yeah. Matrix 1 holds up very well. Matrix 1 holds up. Matrix 2 and 3 hold up in terms of like the animation. It holds up. The second and the third movie hold up. They're not bad. It's just like the problem is that like they're just like the way that the storytelling is, it's like it just gets kind of boring. Like especially if you love the first Matrix, there was a lot of parts where you're jacking in and you're seeing all the bullet time and all that stuff. And then like the third movie literally has none of that until the very end. And I think that's where people got pissed. Was like, okay, well yeah, the last fight scene is cool, but we're used to like him jacking into the Matrix and, you know, fighting and the slow motion. There's like almost none of that until the very end of the third movie. So, but they have to tell the story. That's the story of what happened. So it's just one of those things to where like that you get with trilogies, you know. So yeah. Second Matrix is a classic. Yeah, I think for me it's Matrix 1, Matrix 2, then Matrix 3. But like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, I mean, I guess we can talk about this a little bit because I did the video. Some of you guys probably saw that Matrix video that I did with Platinum Games. I would love to see a Matrix game made by Platinum Games. That'd be dope. That'd be really good. What if they made a Matrix reboot? Well, at the end of Matrix 3, they basically the Matrix was basically, well, not rebooted in the sense of like rebooted like the previous ones rebooted the Matrix, but like redone as in like, yo, look at this new world that we have, and we have a new person that can create things, like a new little demigod that can create stuff, that can create sunshine and can create things in the Matrix. So, I mean, they can start from there and see what happens, you know? I mean, there could be another Agent Smith, there could be another Neo 1 that just pops up. They can start years from there. So, I mean, they don't necessarily need to reboot the original Matrix. They can just start from what happened at the end, and they can just go in any direction. That's the cool thing about the ending of the third Matrix movie, is that you can literally just start from there. You can fast forward it years. Something's going to happen. Everything is an if at the end of the Matrix. Okay, the robots and the humans have stopped warring with each other for now. That doesn't mean it's going to continue. They just, for now, they've come to agreement. But that doesn't mean it's going to change. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not going to change later. That doesn't mean there couldn't be another virus, like an agent, pop up. Anything could happen. So it's open-ended. So they can just start it from there if they want to. So yeah, it was implied at the end of the Matrix 3 that Neo could come back. It was implied, but I mean, I don't think he is though. I don't think he is, but it was implied just because. But like I said, the ending of Matrix 3 it's ridiculously open ended to where they can go from almost anywhere. I mean, Neo could come back, Agent Smith can come back. There can be another one. I mean, it's a program. It's a program. There's something could happen. Like it's not set in stone for like lots of things, you know. So yeah. So let's see here. Deadlock 7 says one of them became a woman a few years ago, no longer known as the Wachowski. Really? One of them became a woman? That was what the guy meant. I wish they made more and didn't do the trilogy. They had to rush it. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that one of them became a woman. I had no idea. Okay, well, good for her. They both became women. What is this? How did I miss this? Oh, really? Did they really? Huh. Oh, yeah, you guys are right. Okay. Well, there you go. Maybe they can still produce some Matrix movies. It's okay. Shout outs to Nindy Gamer with the 100-bit cheer. Thank you so much, Nindy Gamer. He must have like, that's why I said sisters. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing they're probably not gonna, are they still doing movies, guys, or what? Are they not doing movies anymore? So yeah. LOL, it was a few years ago, dude. Was it? I completely missed it because I don't pay attention to like celebrity stuff like that all the time. I'm not sure what I was doing, but I don't really pay attention to everything like that. So that's why I missed it. So yo, shout outs, man. Let them seek out their inner peace and happiness. That's good. Let them seek it out. Let them seek it out. Shout outs though, Nindy Gamer. Thank you for the 100 bits, man. Let's see here. To my knowledge, no movies at the moment. Okay, no movies. Don't look up what I actually did look up what they look like now, and I actually did look up that. I did. Lex Graham says they did a show on Netflix and both became women. They did. Okay, so there's a show that goes over the process of them becoming a woman. Really? Is there really like a Netflix? Is it like a documentary or something like that, or like an inside look? Because I totally want to watch that if that's the case. Let's see here. Sense 8? Okay. Maybe Platinum Scalebound Idea will actually be a Turok sequel. No, I doubt that. Why would Platinum make a first-person shooter like Turok sequel? I don't know about that. Yeah, they did Jupiter Ascending, and that was planned a new trilogy, but it flopped. Oh, okay, yeah. I think really, well, they made so much money off of the Matrix, and still continue to make money because the Matrix is on like everything. It's on Netflix, it's on Amazon, it's on like every digital distribution service. So they're still making probably tons of money off the Matrix. So I don't think they really need to work anymore, right? I don't think they really need to work. So if they make flops, they make flops. That's fine. It's like Adam Sandler at this point, right? You know, if he makes a flop, what does it matter? He still gets paid no matter what. So yeah, there you go. So let's see here. So do you guys have let's go over this stuff with that was an interesting sidetrack there. So let's go ahead and let's go over this whole thing with Masahiro Sakurai. So Masahiro Sakurai said that that he used to get an IV drip and go into work like it was normal. So this was during the development of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and this is what he had to say because he experienced some like food poisoning, right? So when you get food poisoning, you throw up, you know, there's problems, and an IV drip is good because you're dehydrated, blah blah blah. You know, you can't really eat much. And instead of like going to a hospital like a lot of people do, or just stay at home and not work, Sakurai decided that he was going to get an IV drip than just going to work like it was normal. So that was just nuts. That was nuts. And he told that in a recent interview with Nintendo Dream. So he also did talk a little bit about his vacationing time and stuff. And I think this is information that we already know. But just to let you guys know, Sakurai's fine. He did take like vacation. So he says, quote, I did take some vacation this year for 3 days, December 22nd through the 24th. He added, I don't care. I don't think I can take a lot of time off around the holidays, though. We're still developing our DLC, so my staff would have to handle my share of the work. We're releasing Joker soon, and they wouldn't be able to consult with me on him. So there you go. Sakurai, we don't deserve Sakurai. He's too good. He's too worthy. I mean, like, this guy has the most insane work ethic that I've ever seen. Like, to be able to, it's just nuts. It's just really nuts, man. I mean, I don't even know what to think. So that's some dedication, man. That's some hardcore dedication. VC says Sakurai bleeds for our sins, man. He might as well, dude. Yo, what's up, Ian? We were talking about the Matrix movies earlier, and now we're not talking about the Matrix movies anymore. Now we're talking about Sakurai getting an IV drip in order to combat food poisoning and be able to work normally on time. So yeah, man, it's crazy. Sakurai is the ultimate inspiration. I guess that's the reason why it's called Ultimate, man, because it has all the characters, and Sakurai is the ultimate game developer there. So maybe that's it as well. Sakurai is a very dedicated worker, that's for sure, says Deadlock7. Absolutely. Sakurai is one of the most dedicated, if not the most dedicated worker, video game developer that I've ever seen. It's absolutely crazy. Yo, what's up, Jose Figueroa? How you doing today, my man? Good to see you here, like always. 3 days of vacation this man, my goodness, yeah. Let's see here. Inaba Tewi says, places LJ, bad news. Fire Emblem announced for Nintendo Online exclusively for Japan. Fire Emblem was never the original Fire Emblem was never localized here in America in the first place, so I don't know why that's bad news. The game was never localized, and second of all, the game was already brought back over as Shadow Dragon, so they already have they already re-released it, so you can play a far superior version of the original NES, the Nintendo Online game, on your DS or on your 3DS as Shadow Dragon, and that's definitely the way to play it. The original NES game is garbage compared to the remake, or yeah, it's a remake compared to the remake. So I don't see why that's bad news. And it's really not too hard of a game to play if you really want to play it. Just make a Japanese account and play the game. And it's not hard to play the original Fire Emblem. Like, you don't really need to know the Japanese and all that. Like, you can play it normally, or you can just play it on a ROM if you really feel like playing it. Or, like I said, you can play the far superior Shadow Dragon remake on there. So I don't understand why it's such bad news. But anyway, moving on. And like I said, and I already know about that. I already covered it on Twitter. Nintendo. There's also I think the Nintendo Switch Online games are Kid Icarus and what was it? That other what's that game? Forgot what the name of that game is. Weirdo game. I forgot what its name is already. So yeah, let's see. That's how it is to play Dragon Quest Rivals too. Yeah, that's Star Tropics. There you go, Star Tropics. That game. So yeah, I don't really see why that's bad news. The game was never localized for real in America. The original NES version, and we already got the far superior Shadow Dragon. So yeah. Let's see. Shout outs to Mara with the $2 donation and says, play Turok, the Ancient City song to celebrate Turok coming to the Switch. These games were my jam back on the N64. LOL. Shout outs to Morrow. Thank you for the first donation. Well, normal donation of the stream, Morrow. So let's go ahead and put your name up here on the top stream ninja, and we'll get your music playing right now. Morrow with the $2. All right. So let's go ahead and get your song name as well. Turok. Turok, the Ancient City. All right. I don't think I've ever listened to this. Okay. So here we go. Shout outs to Morrow with the donation, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's keep it going here, guys. Star Tropics ain't stupid. I know it's not stupid, guys. I know people like Star. I personally don't like Star Tropics at all. But I mean, I know there's people who really love Star Tropics. So shout outs to all the Star Tropics fans, man. So yeah. Let's see here. So if you guys have any questions, let's go ahead and go into Q&A. If you guys have questions, feel free to let them rip in the comment section. Go ahead and tag me at PlayerEssence or hashtag PlayerEssence if you have a question or a comment or you want to talk about something. Feel free. Let me know and we'll continue on here. Let's see here. Let me see if I missed any news. Okay, Ian, you're all caught up. Good. Sakurai is bionic. Yeah, Sakurai is bionic. Sakurai is super bionic. I don't know where. The funny thing is, do we know anything about like Sakurai's parents? I mean, he must have been raised in such a discipline and in a way. I mean, must be nuts, man. We don't know who his parents are or what they did, but it's just crazy. Let's see. Why are you asking me stuff about what Nintendo does with their Nintendo Online VC? I don't know why they only give us 2 instead of 3. And I don't care that you don't think it's worthless or it doesn't bring any value. Why are you asking me? Go to Twitter and ask Nintendo. I don't know. I don't make the games. I don't decide which games are coming. So I don't know why you're asking me. That's something that only somebody that works at Nintendo would know, or somebody that works within them. So that's not a question that I can answer. I am not human, says Yo PlayerEssence, good to see ya. I'm sitting here playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I got 80 hours and still not done. Yeah, man, like I still need to freaking play that game. I've been wanting to get to it for a while. Matthew Jenkins says, I think there's any chance the original Final Fantasy gets added to the NES games on the Switch. I think it's possible. Yeah, I think it's possible that it gets added at some point, just because I don't think there's really any NES games that are off the table that's been localized that are, unless there's like some licensing issues. But yeah, I don't think it's really something that can't happen. Yeah. Let's see here. Places, I thought it was common for Japanese workers to literally work themselves to death due to societal pressures. I don't think that's necessarily the way now at this point in today's day. I think that's more of a traditional line of thinking. But yeah, I definitely there's some people who do believe that, and yeah, there are a lot of Japanese workers out there that do work themselves to the bone. But I think a lot of the Japanese companies are understanding that that's not necessarily the best way to be, successful. Working 15-hour days or whatever the case is, that's not necessarily the best thing to do. I love a documentary on Sakurai's early life. Yeah, I need to research and do some of that. Let's see. Melface Guy says, I hope they put Earthbound 0 on the online service. I hope so. Let's see here. VCs, let's talk about how Nintendo employees enjoy their jobs on average and work there for 13 years, while in America the average is 2 years at most, one job. Yeah, it's interesting. I think that was the stats that came out. 13.5 years at Nintendo for Japan, at least. 80,000 yearly salary. Work about 7 hours and 45 minutes on average, so not bad at all based on the stats that Nintendo gives us. Here in America, things are a little bit different, I guess, but I think that the work ethic and the type of capitalism that we do have here in America is different. The mindset is different than what it is in Japan. People aren't as quick to just jump ship. Here in America, obviously, we have crazy recruiting staffs and firms that want to get people to switch jobs all the time. There's industries where it's just better for you to just leave, jump, and go and do something else. So yeah, it makes sense, man. I mean, heck, I was part of that statistic. It was tough for me to stay at any job that I had for more than 2 years without moving on to something else. I mean, that's about what I averaged, actually, at each place that I was at. Either about 2 years, a little bit under 2 years, or a little bit over 2 years. I don't think I ever worked at a place after college for more than 2 years, like for a lot more. Like I never worked at one place for like 3 years. I never even made it to 3 years at any of the places that I worked at after college. So yeah, man. This is how it is, dude. Let's see here. Deadlock 7 says, Parsons, thoughts on the latest Xbox rumors? Xbox was indeed apparently in talks with Nintendo over the Game Pass, but now they're not. Also, this rumored new digital only version. I don't know who said that now they're not. I don't think that was an actual rumor that came out outside of somebody from Microsoft saying, oh, it's called a rumor, but they never said that. There was no rumor saying that Game Pass isn't going to happen. And the only person that put out that is that there was a guy that covers Xbox news, and he was like, oh, well, I haven't heard about it, so I don't think it's going to happen. But that's only because he hasn't heard about it, not because he didn't hear that it's not going to happen. So I think we should just have a wait and see on that one. And overall, just a wait and see overall. Let's just wait and see when it comes to that. When it comes to the new Xbox digital only version, that's been a rumor for a long time, but it makes sense for Microsoft if they want to just sell this thing as a Game Pass machine. They can subsidize the cost of the Xbox, so they can make it like $99 maybe, or they can make it like $150, and they can just subsidize the rest of that through Game Pass. So it makes sense. They almost did something like that last generation with the 360, where they had like a layaway program. You can get it for $99, and like you can just like pay for it. Like you have to buy like Xbox Live or something like that, or you just pay for it like the rest later. So it makes sense for Microsoft to do something like that. And they even released new ones. Like I think that only came with like Xbox Live Arcade or whatever, or smaller editions that didn't come like with the hard drive. It only came with like 4 gigabytes of space, or like a small internal amount of space or something like that. I forgot exactly what it was, but it just makes sense that Microsoft would do something like that. Let's see here. Let's keep it going though. Ghostly Yoshi says, I love how people think Sakurai is the only one working on this game. I have seen how long the credits are. I don't think people only think that is he's just the face of the game. You know, he's just the face of Super Smash Brothers. So people kind of gravitate towards what he has to say. Let's see here. Matthew Evans says, places Japan has crazy company loyalty. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Michael O'Brien says, in some countries, if you are working long hours and late nights, people will think you are just inefficient. People think you are just inefficient. If you are working long hours and late nights, people will think that you're inefficient. Oh, because you don't get all of your work done in a certain amount of time. Yeah, that makes sense. It depends on like how much workload you have. Obviously, if you have like a ton of work, and you know that's obviously going to be more than like 7 or 8 hours, then yeah, I can see that. But if you have so much work and it'd be tough for you to get all that work done in a normal work day and you have to work extra, then I think it's a case by case base. I mean, I know there was times when, you know, I got work put on my table, you know, for one of the jobs that I had, and like I just wasn't feeling it. So there'd be time where that work probably should have took 4 or 5 hours, and it took me maybe 8 or 9 hours because I just wasn't feeling it that day. And then there's times where I got work that probably should have took me like maybe 10 hours, and I got it done like in 7 hours because I'm feeling it. You know, I'm feeling it that day. So it just depends on where your mental state is, what's been going on, how can you focus in, and also kind of a little bit of luck with goes on. Like especially if you're working with other people, I mean, if you're relying on what other people do, like if they pick up the phone or not. I mean, if they let it ring, how many people don't answer. So it just kind of depends on what type of work you're doing and what's going on, you know. But I see what you're saying. Let's see here. Black Dots is real talk. Working on never working for anyone else again but myself. Yo, that's definitely real talk, man. That's definitely real talk. That's the dream, right? Let's see here. Morrow says, players in US, each individual is important, whereas in Japan, it's all about the team and what's best for everyone. Individuals' health and safety can often be ignored since no one speaks up. Yeah, I think that's definitely the case in some situations. I'm not going to sit here and brand all of Japan, but I don't think that's the case with what you said in the US, where every individual is important. I've seen multiple instances where every individual is not important, to where you're expendable, where you can be expended at any point, even when something good is about to happen for you. Heck, I mean, I was fired the day that I was supposed to get my raise, a nice raise, and they're like, nope. See ya, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, I mean, in some cases, yeah, it seems like each person, that's the case in the US, but there's definitely cases in the US where they're just like, oh yeah, you're just a worker, you're a nobody, you're nothing. All that matters is the top of the top. And so they pay the people very low wages, and the big bosses get a lot of money, you know? So, I mean, I think it's a case-by-case situation, you know? Let's see here. Deadlock7 says, interesting. Yes, I have a feeling that they might use this digital only one rumored to be soon as an entry level for next gen, like use it for streaming to have install base already. Well, it's supposed to be an Xbox. It's supposed to be an Xbox One, just the regular Xbox One. So, I mean, I can see what you're saying with like the introduction to like streaming only, but I mean, I don't think that really. It's one of those things that Microsoft kind of wanted to do, right? They've wanted to do this digital only thing, or pretty much like pseudo digital only thing for a long time. And even if you look at it, the way that Microsoft and Sony systems work, everything pretty much is kind of digital only, right? Digital used to be, you know, you have something, right? And it takes up space on your hard drive no matter what. Whereas physical was, okay, you have this and it runs off of this thing. Whereas the PS4 and the Xbox One, it's like, okay, well, you can still have a physical disc, but it still takes up your space on your hard drive no matter what. You know, it's not running off of this thing because disk media is too slow. Optical media is too slow for these type of big games. So now we've moved into everything is kind of taking up space no matter what, even if you have a physical. Well, now we're getting into, okay, well, streaming. So what does it matter? Or we're getting into Game Pass and just download it to your hard drive. So I think that slowly but surely more and more people are accepting this. You're always going to have the dinosaurs out there like myself that are like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need this, you know, and I think that's the main reason why I don't pay like $60 for a lot of games. It's because I don't feel that it's a real game. I feel that it's a digital game that we get on a disc, which is whatever, you know. I'm gonna play a game if I feel that it's interesting, but I'm not sitting here going gung-ho and spending $60 on all these games that fill up your hard drive every single time. That's stupid in my opinion. If a digital game is a digital game, a physical game is a physical game. So that's just my thought on the whole thing. So it is what it is. Avedon says cold calling don't remind me of those days. Yeah, man, cold calling is not fun. Not fun. So yeah. Not fun at all. Anybody still have a job today where they cold call today? Any cold callers here? Cold calls for sales too. Any cold calling for sales? Anybody here have those type of jobs? Also, shout outs to Steven Rente, Steven Rente with the Twitch follow. Oh, sorry, the Twitter follow. Thank you so much, Steven. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Effectively, this is what Microsoft wanted to do originally. They just tried it too early. Yeah, exactly. This is what they wanted to do. I think it's going to be much more accepted now that they have a Game Pass. So. Let's see, Turok N64 or Turok Xbox? What do you mean? Then what Turok is? Are you okay, GameCore? I'm not sure. Like, looks like you have a lot of questions in life. So I mean, I don't know what exactly you're talking about, my man. It's the Turok games from the N64, up-resed a bit, polished up, cleaned up a little bit. Still have the same kind of models though. They released it already on the Xbox, and I think on the PlayStation and PC. Now they're releasing it on the Switch on March 18th, my man. Let's see here. I am not human, says Parsons. Is it true that you can only use one external hardware to the PS4, and once you have it, you can't have two? I'm in the market trying to buy me one now. I mean, I don't think you can use two. I don't think you need to use two though. Like, how much space do you need? Just buy a big old hard drive and then just use that one if you're gonna use an external hard drive. Why would you need to use two? I don't get it. I'm not sure though. I'm not really in tune with what's going on with the type of features of that type of stuff. I don't care. Like, I don't care enough about PlayStation 4 or Xbox One to sit there and buy an external hard drive for it. It's not that serious for me. I don't play enough. So I think you should just buy a fat like 3 terabyte hard drive or 2 terabyte hard drive and you should be fine. I mean, are you buying that many games to where you fill up that? That'd be crazy if you were. Let's see here. Dinner time. Gotta run. All right, take it easy, Metal Smasher Gaming. Thanks for coming out to the stream, homie. I did cold calling for Aflac. Worst job ever. Oh my gosh, that just sounds horrible. You did cold calling for an insurance company. That's the worst. Oh my gosh, that's nothing worse than like a freaking cold calling insurance salesman. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wonder how many times did you get like hung up on, Abaddon? Like on a regular basis, like how many hangups like did you have in a day? What was a typical day of hang up, like, you know, slamming or hanging up on you? How many a day, man? Let's see. Don't you think it's a little late to be releasing another Xbox One when the next gen is so close? Well, how close is the next gen? First of all, we don't have any solid information on that. And why is there a problem with releasing another one? What does it matter? If somebody who wants a next gen system probably already has an Xbox and probably isn't going to get this. This is for people who want a cheap alternative. So I don't think anybody who's really considering buying this seriously as their next system is all of a sudden going to be like, oh, okay, let me buy this and then not buy the next gen system. I think it's a little bit of a different type of market, or if it's for people as a gift to somebody else who isn't a hardcore gamer, just plays Madden or something, get them some Game Pass. I don't think there really is any issue with it, or it's going to interfere with what they're doing next gen. 100 to 120 times a day? A day? Are you serious? That's way more than what I got hung up on. But then again, my job was a little bit different. Let's see here. VC says the best jobs are the ones where you make your schedules and where you get the direct and where you get direct deposits weekly. Yeah, those are pretty good. Where if you make your schedule and you get direct deposit weekly, those are pretty good. That's good. There's never any perfect job. It's only your perception on what a perfect job could be. Where's my phone? God, I'm on standby for some things, guys. So give me 1 second. Let's play some Turok music. Or no, let's play some Final Fantasy fanfare music. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. Oh my gosh, yo. Sorry about that. I gotta make sure that I have my phone on me at all times because, like I said, I got some stuff that's going on Thursday. So I don't know when some jabroni or somebody, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm just like, man, I'm ready to not do anything. Alright. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the music. Let's see. You would like to ask the chair a question? Yeah, man. Xbox is going to cater to all the gamer price points next gen. All right. In answer to his question, you can only have one running at a time, but you can have multiple ones used. Anything up to around 4 terabytes of hard drives fast enough, apparently, to. Yeah, there you go. Just get one big old hard drive. You don't need to have two. Or all that's too much, man. Avalanche's players is every 2 days technically. Just remember, day 1 was phones, day 2 was fields and follow-ups. Oh man, that just sounds like a really bad job. I remember when I was looking for a job. I remember I went into a job listing for Aflac, like to work in the office and to do like the same thing that you were doing, and I'm like, the way that they described the job to me, I'm like, man, I'm okay, man. I think I'm good. I don't think I need to do this. So yeah. I mean, I remember those days, man. Remember those days. So let's see here. Any other questions, guys? We can keep going with these questions. We're actually kind of early. We finished all the topics pretty early today. I do have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So I am trying to get a little bit of an early start on my work for tomorrow because I have to schedule videos. So I don't think we're going to go for 2 hours today. We'll probably go for like an hour and a half. So we'll probably answer questions for like another 23 minutes or so. So we'll see. Yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free. Tag me at PlayerEssence or hashtag PlayerEssence. Let me know. Let's see, not to say that I have high standards for jobs when I would go job hunting, but I would make sure much beforehand that the job is fitted for me. Well, I think that's what everybody wants to do. You know, my major was communication, so jobs where you speak and jobs where you potentially, I mean, sales jobs, I mean, they're an option for me, but sometimes you can't find a job that's like, you know, completely fitted for what you want to do. You know, sometimes you got to kind of just take what's there. Sometimes, I mean, like if you, like there was one time, guys, there was one time like, I remember I had like 30, like back in like 2014, I think I had like $37 in my bank account, dude. $37 in my bank account. This was, by the way, this was after my daughter was born, guys. $37 in my bank account at one point. I mean, you're gonna take what you can get, dude. Like you're not gonna sit there and be picky. Luckily I got a good job. I got a job that was in my field of kinesiology, which was study of movement, like health. I was a health coach. So I got a good job, and that you know, that really turned things around for me and my family. But I mean, like, there are people that are just, I mean, sometimes the struggle comes up and you need to find something. So like an Aflac job or a job, you know, where you're doing something like that. I mean, if that's your only option, you turn to it, man. So let's see, the gun game you mentioned in your video could be a laugh. Yeah, the gun pixies or whatever, I think it'd be pretty good. I think it'd be pretty good. Did you ever play any of the Turok game? Yeah, I played the original Turok and a little bit of Turok too. Gentleman says, you getting Final Fantasy 7 on Switch? Yeah, I'll get Final Fantasy 7 on Switch. Have I ever played Jet Set Radio? Yeah, I've played Jet Set Radio. I played it back in the day on the Dreamcast. Questions: if you were a dinosaur, which one would you be? Something that can fly, so like like the pterodactyl or whatever. So I'll be like a pterodactyl, something that can fly. Let's see here. Black God says, I think I'll stick with ramen noodles for another 2 weeks type jobs. Yeah, man. Morrow says, places my worst job experience is when a coworker threw a butcher knife at me when I was a dishwasher. He didn't even get fired or written up since he was the brother of the manager. Yo, my man out here trying to about to get killed on the job. Jesus, that's a horrible job. That's a horrible job, man. He says, I would never be caught dead doing a job like that. I do voice acting, voiceover work, and gaming. Nice, Neil Blitz the Pretty. Yeah, it just depends, man. It depends on your situation and what you need to do. Like, if you got to pay bills, you got to pay bills. I remember I had like a little bit of a nervous breakdown back in like 2013. Not even a little bit. I did have a nervous breakdown in 2013. I had a nervous breakdown. Everything that I thought that I knew was my life or what was real came crashing down. It was horrible. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Man, everything that I did just failed. So many things that I did failed. And, you know, people supported me, but it wasn't like I felt like the overwhelming support. You know, there wasn't that, which I wasn't looking for any handouts or anything. But man, it was bad, dude. It was bad. It was really bad. So, and that's when I talk about like with Fire Emblem and how it kind of like saved me, man. Like it saved me. It saved everything. That and another thing saved, like another thing, not failed. Like I didn't actually fail it myself, but there was this job that I was gonna get in 2013 as like a warehouse, like nighttime warehouse stalker. So I could do player essence, and I can still do that normally during the day. Then I can sleep, take care of my daughter too. And then I could also go to work at night. So it made sense for me. Like, yo, I can do this. This is pretty cool. Like, you know, I got the job and everything. It was crap pay, but it was like, whatever. I just need a job. And it didn't seem like it was going to be too hard. I was just going to be stocking shelves, boxing things. I mean, everybody that told me about the job before and said, yo, it's a cool, chill job if you want to still do something on the side. I was like, okay, great. Work 40 hours, you know, make enough money. This is going to get me out of, you know, be able to pay my bills. Cool. We'll be able to pay my bills more efficiently. So I remember I got the job, and then they're like, oh yeah, the drug test is on like Wednesday, or they said Thursday or something like that. And I'm like, and I just did it. I thought they said Thursday, but it was actually Wednesday. So I went on Thursday, and I didn't get the job because I didn't take the drug test on Wednesday. So I was just like, ah! I was like, no! And I think that's what prompted my nervous breakdown that I had a little bit after that. Because I was like, man, I really needed that job, and it seemed like a perfect setup, you know. But I wasn't really motivated to do player essence at that point. But I think that's what kept me like, and also playing Fire Emblem, that's what kept me like, you know, going. That's what kept me going. That's what kept me going with it. So yeah, man. Who did I marry in Fire Emblem Awakening and why? I think I married Sumiya or whatever her name is at first, and I don't know, because she seemed like a nice girl. So she seemed like a nice girl, so I married her. So yeah, man. Giga Wrecker alt looks so dope. Looks like a hidden gem. Well, J2 Blue, it's not really hidden because, well, you know, I guess, yeah, you're right. It's a hidden. I guess it would be. Yeah, you're right. It'd be like a hidden gem. So yeah, it looks pretty cool if you like platformers and puzzle games. How did you get the name Player Essence, and what does it have a meaning? Yeah, I can tell you guys how I got the name Player Essence. So when I was a kid, there used to be this place called Player One, and I used to go there all the time. This is where I played a lot of systems and games that I couldn't afford when I was a kid. Also, there was lots of other kids from different schools that used to go there. So we used to go there and play games, talk with the kids from different districts. It was great. That had a long-lasting impact. The people that owned it was a mom and pop shop. So the people that owned it, they were super nice. They were super cool people. And I kind of like grew up there. I mean, I went there like when I was like fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, like all the way up until almost about high school. Then I moved way too far away from it, so I couldn't go. But I even went there sometimes just to buy games. Like I'd ask my mom, even though there was closer places to go to, I'd ask my mom to drive me all the way back into town so I can like go shop at Player One and buy like a GameCube there, you know. But yeah, I used to go there all the time when I was a kid, all the way through, and they were just cool, man. It was just a cool place. So when I was thinking about making a name, I was like, yo, like I want to. I'm like, they ended up going out of business or whatever, just closing down. I was like, yo, I kind of want to honor like, you know, like that place that I was at, but I didn't want to just be called Player One. I mean, there was so many other people called Player One, and that's already been there, done that. But I was like, yo, what's the inner, like, what's the inner being of being a gamer? Okay, you're a player, and then like essence. That's like your essence, your life. At first, I was like, okay, player life force. You know, I was brainstorming all sorts of like ideas. You know, player Genki, player, you know, passion, player, all sorts of stuff. But I ended up just settling on essence, like your essence of a gamer. So I just ended up player essence. So that's just basically what the name was. So yeah, honoring the mom and pop shop that I went to, and I learned so much, and I played games, and they were so cool with the prices too. You could play games for like an hour for you can play any game that you wanted for $1 an hour, dude. So you can go there, play PS2 games, play Dreamcast games. I mean, because you couldn't afford all this stuff. Like, you're a kid, you can't afford, unless your parents are rich. You're not playing Dreamcast. You're not having a Sega Saturn and all. I got to play all these different types of games that I would never play. And they let you pick. They let you pick from your. They had so many games there. You can pick any game that you wanted to play, and it was $1 an hour. It was fantastic, and like, it was so cool to be able to go there. So I go there. I mean, I'd save up my money. I'd pick up pennies, pick up nickels, did whatever I did during the week. And I always have at least $1 so I can play for 1 hour, you know? And that was so much, that was so helpful for me, you know? Just because it was cool. It was cool. And like, we used to go there and play GoldenEye. And then sometimes they just let us play for even longer than that. Like, I remember there was rainy days where nobody would be coming in because it was just so rainy and it was just so like pouring down. And like, and I'd be like, oh, that my hour's up, you know? Because it kind of went on like an honor system where they tell you, hey, like, you know, your hour's up. They put these little timers, but like, they were just cool. Like, one time he was like, no, go ahead, man, you could just play. Like, cause like, I was like, man, it's pouring outside. I don't think I'm gonna ride home in the rain like this. And he's like, hey man, he's like, just sit back. I kick back, you know, you can play some games. He's like, hey, you want some candy? And I'm like, I'm like, nah, man, I don't really have any money. He's like, it's all good. I'll pay for you. And like, I'm like, wow, this place is like, it like touched me emotionally. Like, when he did that for me, he gave me candy. He let me play till the rain was done, like raining. And ever since then, that's when I was like, yo, man, this place is dope. Like, I love this place. So yeah, man. So yeah, the real ones always have your back. Yeah, man. Let's see here. So let's keep it going. It's the life essence. Yeah, strong branding. I like it. Yeah, strong. It was the name. Candy and Games. Yeah, I know. Candy and Games. He gave me there was these big old sour twists that I used to eat all the time. You can strip them and eat, or you can just eat them as like a big sour twist. They're super sugary and really bad for you. But they were like 25 cents like each if you wanted a single one. And I didn't have 25 cents on me. I spent everything on me playing Resident Evil 2. So yeah, I wasn't gonna ride home because it was pouring and it was hailing. It was like little ice balls. That's what hail is. It's these little ice balls, and like, it was coming down hard, as in like, one could hit you in the head and might knock you out. They were clumps of hail coming down. So I was like, man, my mom would kill me if I came home like that, you know, riding home in that thing. And I was going to get sick probably. And it was miles away from my house. It was multiple miles away. So it wasn't like it was going to be like a 5-minute bike ride. It was going to be like a 15-minute bike ride, you know? So that's not good. That's not good. So it was a good thing. That was a good thing. So yeah. Cool origin story. Yeah, it's a cool story, man. It's a cool story. It's fun. Let's see here. Morrow says places now the only place like that left are cyber cafes where you pay like $10 to $30 for a set amount of gaming hours on their available systems. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about cyber cafes, but I don't know why anybody would go to a cyber cafe at this point. Like, in like touch all the sorts of other computers and stuff that other people were doing. I mean, I know we did that back in the day. Like, I did that, but I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. I don't have any cyber cafes around me. I've never been to a cyber cafe. You know, I don't know. That's a weird concept for me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess there's still stuff like that. I know. I think like China has those, right? Like China has like a lot of cyber cafes, right? I used to go to the arcades too when I was a kid. Those were fun. Let's see here. I am not human says, I wish I had a store like that growing up. Yeah. It was a mom and pop store. It was dope. Like, they had a bunch of TVs. They had like 7 TVs set up, and they had like a PlayStation, a PS1, had an N64, when PS2. Anytime a new system came out, they had it, and I used to go there, and like the lines for playing the games were just too long. So sometimes I would just play like N64. I'd play PS1. Like I wouldn't always get to play like the new system the day that it came out because so many people would be just playing it, or they just be paying like priority money. Like you can pay like a little bit more and get more time. So yeah. But it was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. That was back before like the internet was really prevalent, so you didn't know a lot about games. It was all word of mouth. Hey, man, what do you think about this game? Was it good? Did you hear about it? Like, okay, so you'd have to like talk to the other kids to find out if the game was good, or you have to talk to the store owner. And he didn't always play games though, because like he was working. You know, he has to make sure that everything's running good in the store, making sure the inventory, all that good stuff. You know, so he didn't always play, so sometimes he wasn't always reliable in terms of how good the game was, but it was cool, man. It was cool. Let's see here. T-Dude says, is your body gonna be ready for Devil May Cry 5 on your Xbox One X? Yeah, I'll be picking up Devil May Cry 5 on Friday, so I might stream it, I might not, I don't know. I might get the game and not even play it that much. Who knows at this point. Depends on how I feel after Thursday. I think I should be okay though. Excuse me. Yo, what's up, Aiden? Yeah, a little late, but that's okay. Deadlock 7. This is player since, yeah, I used to go to a similar place myself. Then later on came Quick Session in the arcade with friends before cinema. Then 2 years later would play the arcade machines in college. Yo, shout outs. Yo, shout outs to Mara with another $2 donation. Thank you so much for the $2 donations. How about some Pink Panther theme? Pink Panther from the NES game? Yeah, we can play that. NES Pink Panther theme. All right, let's do it. I can't find the NES theme. Because the normal theme is copyrighted. Marvel, can you pick something else? Because I can't find the regular theme, and I'm pretty sure it's this Pink Panther theme is copyrighted. The NES theme isn't, but I can't find it. So you want to pick a different song? If you can, please. That old school playground lore. Let's go. Yeah, man. Reginald Ingram says PS was my favorite out of the PlayStation. Yeah, my favorite was PS2 as well. That's my favorite. What new Switch game are you most ready for? Most ready for? I'm ready. Like SpongeBob ready? New Switch game. I mean, like, I'd probably say like Fire Emblem. I got a new video coming on Fire Emblem tomorrow morning, so yeah, I'd probably say like Fire Emblem or something. Let's see here. Black Tar, Xenoblade X, absolutely. Definitely put that for you, Morrow. Thank you for the 2 donations tonight for $4, man. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Black Tar, Xenoblade. Absolutely, we can play that. Great song, by the way. What's up with YouTube acting slow today? Acting a little slow today. All right, favorite RPG. My favorite RPG is like Fire Emblem Awakening and like Chrono Trigger. Those are my 2 favorites. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torn of the Golden Country, Chrono Trigger, Fire Emblem Awakening, Secret of Mana, Mass Effect 2. There's a lot of great RPGs out there that I like. Yeah, the PS2 had so many good games. How's it sound, guys? Is it too loud or not loud enough? How's the music sound? Yeah, PS2 had so much. The best thing about PS2 is that you could play PS1 games on it. I wasn't so fond of that system. At best, I enjoyed maybe half of the dozen games on it, struggling to think of a 10. Oh, dude, the Xenosaga Dark Cloud. Xenosaga Dark Cloud Dragon Quest, right there, man. There's a number of games right there. I didn't even have to think too hard for those games, and there's a lot more good games on there too. So yeah, man. Red Faction back in the day was really cool too. Back in the day, Red Faction was awesome. So I liked Red Faction too a little bit. Any other questions, guys? Keep it coming. Keep the questions coming. The Switch needs more open world games. Yeah, more open world games would be cool. I don't know. I think Switch just needs more games in general. The more games, the better. It already has a lot of good games, but more open world games would be great. But I think it needs more shooters, more everything would be great. Although after playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, open world games to me just don't do it anymore. That's just my opinion, though. I Am Not Human says, I used to love this game named Driver. I wish they would remake it. Yeah, I remember Driver back in the day. Yeah. The Hands of Thirst says, what do you think about the biggest issue with the modern gaming? The installs and like everything becoming a PC. Installs and patches and physical games taking up your hard drive space, stuff like that pisses me off. I don't like it, but it's like, it doesn't piss me off enough to complain about it all the time. But I actually have a video where I talked about my frustration with modern gaming. It's on the channel. Just look up frustration with modern gaming and you'll see what I'm talking about. Loot boxes. I mean, yeah, loot boxes are a problem too. Microtransactions, loot boxes, stuff like that. Burnout 3, still the best Burnout. My favorite Burnout is Burnout Paradise. Gamer for Life, WD says, I have Devil May Cry 5 and Yoshi's Crafted World pre-ordered for this month. Plus, I caved and got Dragon Quest 11 for the half price on PS4. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't. I mean, obviously, like, I don't think that portability is like a big thing for you, you know. But I wouldn't have done it. You're so close to Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch. I would have waited, but hey, it's up to you. You do what you have to do. I mean, I think Dragon Quest, after playing it, I don't think it's that great of a console game. I think it's a really good portable game, in my opinion. So, you know, I don't regret buying it, but I bought it last year. I didn't buy it like right now, you know. But hey, it's all good. Yeah, let me go ahead and link the video for you guys so you guys don't have to dig through my channel to find it. I'll link it for you guys. So I'll check. If you guys want to know like my full thoughts and frustrations with modern gaming, I will try to see if I can find it for you guys, because I don't know if it's going to be the first. Yeah, actually, it's the first thing that pops up. It was 2 years ago. So, it says, frustration with modern gaming and why I'm excited for Nintendo Switch. I guess I nailed that one, right, guys? That was 2 years ago, so that was before the Switch even came out. So I guess I nailed it, right? The Shin Megami Tensei. I like the Shin Megami Tensei series. Yeah, I do. I do like the Shin Megami Tensei series. It is. I mean, I had to redeem myself because I was completely wrong with the Wii U in some regards. So I mean, I was really going for broke with the Switch. Really going for broke with the Switch. What game you played most on your PS Vita? So far, the game that I played most on my PS Vita is Persona 5. On my PS Vita the most. Aiden Quinn says, do you remember the Stuntman games or the Godzilla 3D fighting games? Those are some old good PS2 games. Yeah, I actually played Godzilla on the GameCube and I loved it. I thought it was really good. In terms of the Stuntman, I played Stuntman back in the day, but I don't remember being very good at it. But I remember playing Stuntman. Let's see. Indie Gamer says, making games on online service. Anthem, Fallout 76 is another issue with 8th Dimension. Yes. I'm actually kind of tired of games as a service. Like, I'm really tired of games as a service. It's not even worth my time now because there's just too much, you know. Skull DX Gaming says, hi, how you doing today, my man? What's good? So yeah, I think I'm done with live service games, man. I'm done. Let's see here. OJ Sweetheart, you suck. It's all about Persona 3 Portable or Persona 4 Golden. Yeah, I've already played Persona 4 Golden a lot. But I don't know if I put more time into that than Persona 5. I might have, but I don't remember exactly how much time I put into Persona 4 Golden the first time that I had my PS Vita. So yeah, but I played a lot of it. I mean, I've played a little bit of it now because I got another PS Vita, so I played a little bit now. But yeah. I hope Persona 5 is truly coming to the Switch. I think everybody does, dude. Marl says, what is the most hilarious moment in gaming that you remember, like a cutscene or a gameplay moment? The most hilarious moment in gaming? I can't think of anything really off the top of my head. Outside of like, most hilarious moment in gaming. I don't know. Can you guys refresh my memory with some of the funny moments in gaming? I know there was a time. I know there's probably been some really funny moments that I'm just not remembering for one reason or another. Oh, yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, right before you fight, what's it called? Who is it? The guy with the eye patch. I forgot his name. You guys let me know in the chat. Before you fight him, and there was something about the one-eyed monster thing that Mithra said. And then everybody looked at Mithra like, Mithra, you can't say that. And then Rex was like, Mithra, you know what that means. And he's like, why are you blushing? And then Mithra smacks Rex. Mithra smacks Rex into the screen, so breaking the fourth wall. And then it goes right into the battle. So yeah, Zeke. There you go. So yeah, Mithra slaps the hell out of Rex and he cracks the screen right into the battle scene. That was probably, I absolutely lost it. I absolutely lost it when that part happened. I wish I was streaming when that part happened for the first time, but I was dying laughing, dude. That was actually really funny. Yeah, Nia calls Zeke a one-eyed monster. Yeah, oh yeah, here they go. Nia calls Zeke a one-eyed monster, and then Mithra is like blushing. Mithra's blushing, and then Rex is like, why are you doing that? And then he gets smacked. That part was good. There was a lot of funny moments in Xenoblade though. There was a lot of funny moments in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was funny. That game is legitimately funny. So yeah, that was probably the funniest moment. There was also a part 2, and it was like Mass Effect 2. Like, you know, guys know like Legion, right? So Legion is like a Geth soldier that's like modeled after Shepard or whatever. And there was a time where like Legion was being like super like you know, whatever before a mission, robotic and like being very stern. And then like once he walked away, Joker, who's the captain or the pilot of the ship that they're on, the Normandy, was like going like doing the robot and making fun of Legion. So there was that time. That part was actually pretty funny too. But I can't think of too many other times where it was like really, you know, really like super funny laughs parts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's like ironic funny stuff or like meme worthy stuff like Titus, like the Titus laugh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's stuff like that, you know. So yeah. You think a Sword Art Online character has a chance to get into Smash? Man, you never know, dude. You never know. Moro says, "Oh yeah, that was a great moment." Yeah, it was a really good moment. I thought it was a really cool moment. It was funny. It was funny. It was a funny moment. Party Man says, "When I sucked at Mario Party Online when we played." Yeah, man, that was a funny moment, dude. You could have flipped you could have flipped the what's it called, the piece of steak, dude. You were like, wow, wow. You're like flipping the steak all over the place, and you just could not get that steak on there, man. That was actually pretty funny, man. That was pretty funny. Oh my gosh, dude. Deadlock 7 says, I'm not reading your comment, VC. It says Deadlock 7 says, some of my funniest gaming moments have been glitches in games I have been playing. One of my faves was in Oblivion when I went over a hill and there was hundreds of rats ragdolling. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy part, dude. It's a pretty funny part. Like glitches and all that stuff like that's happened. Like, I mean, those parts are funny, like when stuff like that happens, but it's not like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like it's super funny, like the part, like the time, like with Xenoblade and all that. But I mean, yeah, there's been some, Xenoblade is just funny in general. There's a lot of funny parts in the game. So Daniel Snyder says, hello, I'm coming late. What's this on Turok coming to Switch? Yeah, Turok's coming to Switch on March 18th. I enjoyed the games growing up. Which one is coming over? Thank you for any info. Yeah, the one that's coming over, they did like I would say like just like a remaster of the game where they just polished up the game, made it the original game, the textures and all that. They improved it a little bit, but not really. It looks like the N64 game, but just like running on like a HD emulator, you know. So that game, it's already on Xbox and PlayStation, so you can see it there. Turok 1 is coming on March 18th for $20, and then Turok 2 is probably coming as well. So there you go. Thanks for coming into the stream, Daniel. Gamer for Life says, Parsons, I definitely prefer single-player experiences. I tried demos for Anthem and Division 2 and both left me underwhelmed. Yeah, I prefer single-player experiences. You know, but I think that there's a place for live, like live service games, and it's called Twitch. I love watching live service games on Twitch. I've been watching Obi play Anthem. That game is boring as hell though, but I you know, I have watched them play, and I've watched other people play Anthem. It just doesn't look, there's not enough content in the game, and the storylines are stupid. But yeah, I mean, maybe later in the year it'll get better. But like watching like the Division, watching these stupid live service games on Twitch are actually really cool. Let somebody else who enjoys the game, you can watch them play it at an efficient level. So I do like watching that on Twitch. So I think there's a place for them, like for esports, for Twitch viewing. Those games really work well for that because it's a live service game. You can play with your friends, you can kind of get in, you can watch them play it, and you can just let them play, and then you can watch. So there you go. No, if there's any new info on Scalebound, then I would have let you guys know already, but there's no new info on Scalebound. We don't know if Scalebound's even a thing. All we got is the rumors that was back then. But when there's new info on it, trust me, it'll be on the channel. You'll know when I know. But we don't know. We don't know right now. We don't even know if Scalebound on Switch is even a real thing. That's the thing. So we have to wait and see. It's just still a rumor. Let's see. Morrow says, I love all the moments. Jade, Curtis, and Tales of Abyss trolled the party. Yeah. Saints Row 3, okay. It's crazy that Sony is giving refunds for people, Sony is giving refunds for people's systems breaking from Anthem. Are they giving refunds or are they not giving? I heard that they're not giving refunds. So are they or are they not giving refunds? Watching Tetris 99 players. Yeah, there's one Tetris 99 player that I think all of you guys should watch, and that is Triforce Johnson. He streams on YouTube here. Empire Arcadia is his channel. He is the best Tetris 99 player I think maybe in the world. He is one of the best Tetris players that I've ever seen. He wins like every single time. You know, maybe that's not fun for some people, but he literally wins every time that I was watching him play the other night, and he was winning. He would win every single time that he played. He would just be like, boom, just bodying people left and right. But he has like a world record, like a Guinness World Record in Tetris, like on the DS or something like that. So he's like a hardcore Tetris dude. So yeah, check out Empire Arcadia, watch Triforce Johnson. You guys know him, he's the dude with the dreads. I interviewed him on this channel. He always wears like the power glove, and he used to always be in the first in line to get Nintendo systems, you know. That dude is a freaking monster at Tetris 99. Oh my gosh. Monster at that game. Monster. They are giving refunds. Okay, so they are giving refunds. So are they giving refunds for the system? So you can get like, what? Like you get like a refund for the system itself or just for the game? So you can get like the $300 or $200 you paid for your system? So yeah, that's nuts, man. That's pretty cool if that's the case. Yeah, I heard about the bricking though on PS4. It's just like, it's an unfortunate event, you know, that they're bricking, you know, systems are bricking on there. Let's see, player, since I watched the comparison of the video of E3 gameplay of Anthem compared to the same moments in the release version, the differences are quite huge. Less characters, draw distance, lighting, all sorts. Well, did you watch it on PC or like which one? What was the comparisons from? You just got an Elgato HD 60S. Congratulations. The latest news said that they were not giving refunds. That's what I heard. But I don't know. I don't know, man. The guy with Etika. Yeah, he's done some content with Etika before. Yeah, that guy. He's done some content with Etika. Let's see. PC, both. Okay. Well, I mean, that happens at time to time. I mean, you know. It is what it is. What's up, everything Nintendo? How you doing today, my man? All right, take it easy, Jumpmon. Thanks for coming out to the stream, homie. Hopefully the Pokemon Company and Game Freak can make a huge difference from now up until November. I don't think there's going to be a huge difference, but it'll definitely be brushed up. It'll definitely be brushed up on the visuals. It'll definitely be brushed up, but it's not going to be like a huge, like, oh my gosh, this is a completely different game. Nah, it's probably not going to be like that. Not going to be like that. So if it's so annoying or if you can't deal with it, then I mean you can simply just not buy the game. That's another way to do it. If graphics are really that big of a deal and it's not about playing the game, or if it's not enough about that, then yeah, you can always just wait for the next one or not buy it or play something else. It's up to you. The power's in your hands. Let's see here. Anybody excited for the GOT trailer that dropped today? What trailer are you talking about? What trailer? What is the game? You're abbreviating it. J2 Blue says, since I said this earlier, but do you think one problem with modern gaming is the overemphasis on the photorealism and not enough on the games with different styles? A lot of games feel too samey. I don't know if that's necessarily the core source of the problem. More so than the content in games sometimes. But I mean, I think that's something that all generations and stuff you're going to have an issue with, because everyone's going to try to do and make the next best thing, and people are going to copy each other. So, I mean, it just depends on the actual core content of the game, you know? But I don't know if that's the issue, if it's all of them looking the same or photorealistic, because Anthem doesn't necessarily look like a lot of other games out there. So, yeah. Guys, if you want to ask me a question, tag me at Player Essence. Tag me at Player Essence, so it's easier for me to see your comment. Crazed Army of One. Crazed Army of One. It says, what do you think about Sony not being a part of E3 this year? I think that maybe it makes a bit of sense because they don't really have a ton of new games to show. They're really waiting and holding their cards for the PS5, so it makes sense in that regard. So yeah. Makes sense when it comes to that. But I mean, obviously it sucks for the hardcore fans of Sony, but they're getting ready for the PS5. So what can you do? You know, I hope I'm not turning into Captain Planet. VC says, any surprise ideas? Any ideas of surprise announcements from now until after E3? After E3, I mean, maybe we get a new Xenoblade, you know, announcement sometime. In my video today, I talked about potentially getting like a Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles export or something like that. Potentially, maybe they announce something. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not based off what they said, but maybe that comes, or the new IP. So maybe that's some type of surprise, you know, announcement that we get from them. So that could be a thing. That could be a thing that we get. When does E3 start? E3 starts usually mid-June. I mean, I think it's a little too early to really ask, though. Like, you'll know when E3 is about to happen. You'll know. It's not something that you need to ask, like, in March. When's E3? But it starts in mid-June, man. Don't worry. Well, don't worry. We got you covered, my man. You'll know when it happens, when it's happening. VC says, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is going to shadow drop on the eShop during E3. I don't know. It ain't going to shadow drop. It's too big of a game to shadow drop. Nah. The Hands of Third says, persons, what kind of game would you like to see my hero do next? An action RPG, easily. Omega Game Chase says, persons, we'll have to call you Captain Essence and turn us into the ninjas. Okay, that's not the best terminology to use, but hey, man, shout outs. I would never do that to you guys, though. I don't know. I would never do that to you guys. Let's see. Let's keep it going. I'm hyped for Final Fantasy 7 and 12 on the Switch. Yeah, man. Final Fantasy 12 is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Null Fan says, since Torna is cheaper and more in my price range right now, is it as enjoyable as Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Also, what are the main differences? Forgive me if you've done a video on this. Yeah, I've actually done lots of videos on this. So here's the differences between Torna. Torna is, and it's an expansion. The game size is much smaller than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's also implied that you know things from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well, although it's a complete standalone. In terms of what you get, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has way more content than Torna. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a buttload more content than Torna. Way more. And also the battle system is a bit different based on like how you chain together combos. It's in its core fundamentals, it's the same, but Torna is definitely a simplified, easier battle system than what you get in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, once again, they are the same, but it's just simplified and easier and explained a lot better in Torna. There's also some new updates in terms of how you manipulate the characters. In Torna, you can use, you can switch between 3 characters. So 3 characters when you're battling at any point. So you can have the lead character, then you can have 2 on reserve. You can swap between them and they can flip in and out. And that's actually how you inflict some of the status ailments that you would inflict by doing a certain move. You can do that in Torna. So the flow of combat is a bit different. It's, I think, snappier and faster, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just has way more content, just like way more content. So those are the main differences between the two of them. I don't think it's more of an either or. I think it's like, if you only have money to play one, I mean, I might go with Xenoblade 2. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But Torna is a more refined and better game when it comes to the combat and the gameplay. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has it trumped when it comes to content. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the battle system is extremely refined. The portable play is a bit cleaner. But it's just a way smaller game in general. It's just way smaller. It's a fraction of the size of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, just a fraction, you know. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a ton of DLC for it, like free DLC and also paid DLC. Torna doesn't have all that. So I mean, it's just one of those things to where I'd say if you had to play one, play Xenoblade 2. But the thing about it is that once you play Xenoblade 2, the main vanilla game, you're going to want to play Torna the Golden Country. You're going to want to play it. If you enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and the story and everything, you're going to want to play Torna. You have to figure out what happens. You're going to want to know what happens. So there you go. Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I told him, Michael. It's more refined for us. It's a way smaller in scale. So yeah. All right, take it easy, Avedon. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate that. Crazed Army of One says, do you think Nintendo should put a trophy system on the Switch? Sure, but they're not going to, so what does it matter what I say? Deadlock7 says, I quite like the idea of Xenoblade HD remaster. Less likely than Xenoblade Chronicles export, I guess, though. Yeah, it's more likely that they do a Xenoblade Chronicles export than a Xenoblade Chronicles 1 HD remaster. But I mean, I'd be completely down for a full Xenoblade Chronicles 1 like remake or remaster or whatever. I'd be down for that. That would be dope. I agree, that would be dope. Let's see, plus I started from Torna. Best decision. I don't know if that's the best decision, but I mean, it's not a bad decision. Let's see here. Omega Metal Chase says, sorry about that. Should have changed the wording. No, it's okay. It's actually not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not something that I just don't want to say because I don't want to get demonetized or something like that. But I mean, but yeah, it's all good, man. I know you didn't mean anything wrong from it or anything like that. You good, man. Blue Phoenix says, have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Nah, I don't really, like, I've seen the video games being put, like the fighting games and stuff, but I don't really watch the anime or nothing. But yeah, you can start from Torna or you can start from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Either one's fine. Either one is good. You can play. They're both really good games, so that's really all that matters. It's just Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just has way more content in it. That's really what it comes down to at the end. And Xenoblade Chronicles, oh, never mind. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so never mind. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. Paid Enthusiast, what's up, Paid Enthusiast? He says, "Person, say OJ, are you excited for Alliance Alive HD remaster coming to the Switch?" That's not a real thing, is it? Marvel Ultimate Alliance? You know what? You're right, it is. Holy smokes. Bro. Okay. Yeah. When was this? This was today. Oh, this was today. Okay. So yeah, the Alliance Alive HD remaster. Nice. Coming out to the Switch, PS4, and PC. Yeah, yeah. First launch for the 3DS back in January. I remember playing. Wasn't there like a demo of this game? Yeah. This game was cool. Yeah, Atlas. I'm actually really excited for this. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm gonna play the hell out of this game. Here we go. That's a good remaster. Absolutely. Because I was pretty much done with my 3DS at this point. I was pretty much done at that point back in January. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Good stuff, Paid Enthusiast. I'm definitely gonna cover this. Definitely need to cover it in a separate video. Good stuff. Yeah, it was actually just 28 minutes ago it was published. So that's pretty much like breaking news at this point. So good stuff. J2 Blue says, what are your thoughts on Kill La Kill video game? The game looks pretty fun. Yeah, it looks good. It's made by Arc System Works, right? So I think it's going to be pretty good. Omega Chi says, Alliance Live is coming to Switch. Heck yes. Yes, Alliance Alive HD. Switch, PS4, and PC. This fall in Japan, so we'll probably get it early next year. West. Breaking news. Breaking news. Yeah, thank you for actually talking. Sometimes people bring up stuff that's been out for like 3 days. But hey, OJ, have you heard that this happened? I'm like, yes, I covered it in a video. So if you tell me stuff that's happened like, you know, in the last like 20 minutes or something like that, then yeah, that's the stuff that you bring up that's happened recently, like, or that's happened like just like a little bit ago. Don't bring up, hey OJ, have you heard about this thing that happened like a week ago? I'm like, yeah, I heard about it because I do this for a living. So yeah, man, shout outs to the breaking news. Alliance Alive HD, I'm liking it. Was there a demo on this game? I'm pretty sure I played a demo and I thought that the demo was really good. They didn't give us any screenshots or anything. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, so I said that we're not going to go for 2 hours, but apparently we are going to go for 2 hours. So, you guys go ahead and give me some questions for the next 10 minutes. I'll answer questions for another 10 minutes, guys. Yes, it was. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Aiden Quinn says, I held that L on Kill on the Switch. Yeah. Usually, guys, I mean, if it's a Japanese game that's using Unreal Engine 4, then before you say, oh, it's not coming, why not? Like, complain, like, before you do that, just give it a little bit of time, you know? Just give it a little bit of time. But I mean, I understand a lot of people were saying the same thing, like, oh, well, it's not coming, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, just give it a little bit of time, guys. I mean, we've seen a lot of them. Sora Online Fatal Bullet, Unreal Engine 4 game, got announced for the Switch. Kill La Kill, Unreal Engine 4 game, got announced for the Switch. Really, any Japanese game, if there isn't some type of deal in place, it's probably going to come to the Switch. And especially if it's using Unreal Engine 4, and it's like a game that's not like crazy, like Kingdom Hearts or something like that. Oh, yeah, it's absolutely coming. So, let's see here. Matthew Gammon says, players interested in a first-person shooter. Am I interested in a first-person shooter? Matthew Gammon also says, person, did you read the interview where Monolith Soft wants to do something other than an RPG? I did, but I don't think it was Monolith Soft, more so than it was the director Tetsuya Takahashi, where he talked about some things where it'd be cool, but I don't think they're going to do anything outside of RPGs, to be honest. Michael O'Brien says, anyone played Ape Out? Looks cool and interested to see if some impressions. Yeah, I actually got a review code in my email. Is Ape? I've been hearing some stuff about Ape Out. Is it good? Is it good, guys? All right, so shout outs to Mike S with the $2 donation. Got a lot of $2 donations today. Shout outs, guys. And he says, I want Astral Chain already. Well, you're not gonna wait too much. You don't have to wait too much longer for it. We got about 5 months for the game, Mike S. So yeah, man, 5 months, 5 more months. Astral Chain's gonna be here and it's gonna rock. So I'm looking forward to that. It says, do you have a question? Do you have a question? What are you asking me? If I have a question? No, I don't have any questions. Let's see. This says Code Vein is up next for the Switch. Mark my words. I think Code Vein is gonna come over. Yeah, I think Code Vein is gonna come over. I think you spelled my name wrong, Daniel Snyder, but I see your comment. Have you played? Have I played Tales of Vesperia? Yeah, I've already played Tales of Vesperia. I played Radiant Mythology back on the PSP and enjoyed that. I'm wondering how it compares to Radiant Mythology. What's your opinion on that? I don't really remember Radiant Mythology, so I mean, I don't know. I didn't play that game like that, so I don't know how it compares to that. But I mean, if you like action, or if you like Japanese action RPGs, then you're probably gonna like Tales of Vesperia. It's an action RPG, you know. It's an action RPG where you learn skills and do all that stuff. I mean, it's a cool game. It's good. I would just say look at some reviews, look at some gameplay. For me, guys, I look at so many games and I know my tastes. Like, I can look at a game and say whether I like the game or not. All it takes is me just to look at it, watch it just for a bit. Now, everybody doesn't have that skill or have that ability. It's one of those things that I think I've honed over me covering video games and me playing a lot of the video games that I cover. Back when I was in high school, back when I was younger, I didn't have that ability. I could not look at a game 100% and say, okay, I'm going to like this game. But now that I can look at a game, I can watch a game being played and be like, okay, I like it. Like Dust Elysium Tale, didn't read a single review on it. I said I want it. As soon as I saw the gameplay, I watched 5 minutes. I was like, I want it. I know I'm going to like it. And then I bought the game. It was great. Hollow Knight, same thing. Watched a little bit of it. You know, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Watched it. I already know I'm going to like it. You know, so for me, it's one of those things I would say like, that's a skill that I think that anybody can work on, you know. Although it can your senses can mistrust you. So you got to be very careful with trying to do that, you know. Sometimes you really do need to read a review. Sometimes you really do need to play the game yourself and experience it for yourself to see that. But yeah, I would say read a review on Tales and see if that's the type of game that you like, my man. Let's see here. Blue Phoenix says, do you think the rumored dead game could be a Tekken Cross Street Fighter game by Hadora and his team? No, definitely not. No. Deadlock 7 says, it's kind of cool that Saints Row the Third has a co-op mode added for the Switch. Yeah, it's cool. Local co-op. It's pretty cool. J2 Blue says, do you think Grezzo could be what do I think Grezzo could be working on, an HD remake of Ever Oasis, an HD port, or a completely different game? I think maybe a completely different game or an HD port. Let's see. Michael O'Brien says, it looks really fun. The music seems cool as hell. A typical Devolver Digital game. Okay. Cool. Esmeralda T with the subscription. Thank you so much, Esmeralda. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. Everybody in the chat, please welcome Esmeralda here. Thank you so much for subscribing. New Bloodstained is yeah, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night looks amazing. I can't wait to play the game. I've been waiting. How about that? I mean, I can't wait. I've been waiting since 2014 to play the game. I've been waiting freaking 5 years. So yeah, I can wait, and I'm going to wait, and it's coming out this summer. So there you go. There's a lot of games this summer. All right, take it easy, Michael O'Brien. We're pretty much already done anyway. We got 4 more minutes. So yeah, take it easy, man. Vision says, have you ever had a time when you were just tired of video games and been gaming since '84, can't get into it? Yeah, man, there's times all the time where I'm tired of video gaming, dude. Like, there's times where I get those feelings up until this point where I'm just like, I'm just so exhausted because I'm talking about gaming, I'm answering gaming questions, everything is gaming. So when I'm done with work, you know what I do? I go into my room and I cry. No, I'm joking. I go into my room and I play and I watch like movies, or I like, you know, or I like just watch like unsolved mysteries, or I just stare at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like literally there's times where I just stare at the ceiling and contemplate what I'm going to do. I plan out my whole day for tomorrow or the next day, or I wonder what I'm going to be like, or what's going to be happening in 5 years from now, from 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when I'm not even here anymore. What's my daughter going to be like when she grows up? I hope I can raise her right. Like, I just start going into like the twilight zone of questions. Like, man, I wonder what gaming's going to be like in 40 years. Man, like, I wonder what's going to happen when this person, you know, isn't here anymore. Man, am I even going to make it there? What if I get robbed when I go out somewhere? Like, I just start thinking about things. So, and that type of stuff keeps me level-headed and keeps me, you know what I'm saying, normal. But I mean, I see what you're saying, dude. I've been gaming since 1990. And yeah, sometimes I just don't feel like playing any games, I'll be honest, because I just cover games and I play games and I review games and I do this with games and that with games and everything. I just don't feel like it. Or sometimes I just only feel like playing Smash Brothers. Like, that's the only game that I feel like playing, and that's all I'll play. So yeah, man. Absolutely. Deadlock 7 says, you can't trust the trailer or screenshots. You have to see gameplay for sure. Then you work out if it's for you. Love games like Dust, Hollow Knight. Yeah, those games are really good. Matthew Jenkins says, Parsons, are you going to check out Dragon Quest Builders 2? Yeah, I'll probably get a review code for it, so I'll check it out. Inception, Essence, yeah, man. A lot of the movies like Matrix and Inception, I love those type of movies. You know, I like those type of movies that question the space-time fabric, you know, because, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say that I sit here and believe in that type of stuff, but, like, what if it does? Like, if you went back 40 years, no, not even 40 years, if you went back 300 years, we would all be freaking burned at the stake or whatever, burned for witchcraft. with the type of stuff that we have here at this point. They would think that this is some type of alternate dimension that's never going to happen outside of the brightest minds. Outside of the brightest minds back then, there's no way they would think of it like 1,000 years ago or anything like that, right? Look at all the stuff that we have today. You would think that it's some type of crazy alternate dimension. There's no way that you would think that this stuff would be real. Like this, if you showed somebody a cell phone 1,500 years ago, you'd get tied up and burned for witchcraft or something. I don't know. So it makes me think that one of these days we're going to be able to make something that's going to go into a separate dimension or create a separate dimension. And I know I sound crazy, but I don't know. It's just, it's tough to think that there isn't something out there. If you look at how technology has progressed, that there isn't a possibility, just like the slightest fraction of an equation. You guys know how long an equation goes, pi or whatever. Like, there isn't just a fraction of the equation that could happen if something sparks it, some type of chain reaction of something, you know? I mean, I don't know. Let's see here. Deadlock 7 says, imagine explaining the internet to someone 600 years ago. Yeah, you couldn't. You couldn't, man. What's up, Omega Chase? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout outs. Good night, man. So yeah, let's see. Or sorry, it's a constant or whatever. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that, gaming. Yeah, Nindy Gamer, you're right about that. But you guys know what I'm talking about, though, Nindy Gamer. You know what I'm saying, right? So yeah, bruh, conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. I'm just thinking. Let's see here. Morrow says, it would be cool if we could explore space with light speed ships and travel to different worlds. Yeah, man. That's gonna happen. It has to happen. I mean, we already have ships to where we can I mean, at some point, we're gonna be able to create artificial air that can last forever, or that's going to be able to be generated somehow. At some point, humanity will figure that out if it's not already done. At some point, they'll figure out ships that can move fast enough to where they have to, because the sun's going to blow up at some point, right? So at some point, they have to figure that out so they can get away from Earth, because the sun's going to blow up, supernova. At some point, that's going to be a long time from now. But at some point, they have to figure it out. So I think with the technology and how it's progressing, yes, eventually they'll get to that point. If humanity doesn't kill itself. If we don't kill ourselves off through war and through other things, then yeah, they'll figure it out at some point. So yeah. Matthew M says, Leonardo da Vinci designed a helicopter and Tesla developed stuff that we still haven't figured out. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, man. That's why I love history. That's why history is my favorite subject. History's always been my favorite subject. I've never gotten anything lower than a B+ in history in my life. And in college or in high school, all A's. All A's, college, all A's in any history class I've taken. I love history. History's amazing. And it's just fascinating to see progression here. This is what happened. It's also good for history because it makes you not repeat the same mistakes. History is very, very important. You learn so much from history. Somebody who knows history can definitely progress themselves fast in this world if you know what happened before you, so you don't make the same mistakes. All right, take it easy, No Fan. Thanks for coming out to the stream. What's my favorite Switch game so far? Probably like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, or like Smash Brothers. 13.4. I haven't seen 13.4. Technology is kind of scary. Yeah, you're right, Game Enthusiast. Dave's Game said, I remember when The Matrix came out. My college did a showing and a hold on, is it VCAUS? It was a Catholic university. They did a film discussion showing all the parallels in the story to the Bible and Jesus. Oh wow, crazy. Yeah. PCCW9 says places, it would be cool. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, that'd be cool. It would be cool if we can traverse the universe. We definitely have to move on from Earth even sooner due to the way that we're treating the planet. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that. That's why I said before. I mean, we might kill off the planet or ourselves first before the sun supernovas. You know. So yeah. What was my dream team in Marvel Ultimate Alliance? I don't know. I'll probably use like Cyclops, Wolverine, Captain Marvel or whatever, Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel or whatever the case is, or whatever that chick is that was in the last trailer. Spider-Man is cool. I mean, there's a lot of cool characters. 13th Floor is very similar to The Matrix. How many, is there multiple movies of 13th Floor, and is it on Netflix or something like that? History is so important. Who the hell is calling me at this time? History is so important. Love it. You can see what happened before and learn from it. No need to repeat the mistakes of the past. Absolutely. History might be the most important subject out there. It's very, I mean, obviously you got to learn how to read and all that. So that stuff's important. English or whatever that you need to learn to do that. So that's actually very important. But history might be the next. I think history might be the next. I mean, science is very important. I think all the different categories are important, right? When you look at it, I don't think you can really have one without the other, right? History is made from scientific achievements. Scientific achievements become history. Science is how we thrive and how we cure diseases and how we access new technology. Science has been here from the beginning of time. There's been science. You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning, when people first even started and what happened, there's been science from the very start. There's been science and there's been exploration, but then there's also been history made while you're creating that science. Equations, math, all that stuff, all of it factors into each other. So I don't know if there's one more important than the other, but it's very interesting nonetheless, you know, with all the different stuff that's out there. Let's see here. No, the 13-4 didn't do it as well as The Matrix, so no sequel. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. PCCW says, thanks for the stream, OJ. Definitely helps me get through some of these crappy times. I'm going to edit myself. Crappy days. I'm heading out. Night, everyone. All right, take it easy, man. I'm sorry that you're having crappy days, and I'm glad that my stream can help you, you know, get through some of that. Matthew Jenkins says, I have a history degree. It's depressing how often history repeats itself. It is very depressing how often history repeats itself. It is. However, there's also a lot of things that's, you know, happen in history, so we don't make that repeat itself, you know. So, but yeah, you're right about it. It is very depressing. It can be depressing, at least. Let's see here. Party Man says, players, something I always wondered is if in the future time travel being developed and maybe someone wanted to come back to this time for whatever reason and maybe they are among us. You know what, man? I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not possible. You know, I watch Dragon Ball Z and it happens all the time in there. No, I'm joking with that. But no, no, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not possible because I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if that's the case, if that's not something that could happen or not. Or if somebody left from this time period and went somewhere. No, we would have known. There's no way they could have built something like that. But you never know, dude. It's just, the future is scary, but at the same time, very exciting, you know? So yeah. What is scarier? The time travel, that time travel was not made in the future, or the fact that time travel was? I'm not really sure. I don't know which one is. I'm not even says, man, life is so weird, bro. Thinking about it kind of scares me sometimes. It is very scary. And the worst part about it, or at least for me, the worst thing about it is how cruel people have been to each other. And I'm not talking about teasing here and there. I'm talking about true evil or cruelty in this world. I could never hurt somebody the way that I've seen other people hurt other people, or that I've read in history books how other people have been hurt. I don't have it in me, and I don't know how anybody could, you know. Even still to this point today, like I see, this is gonna get, like I said, a little bit in depth, but I'm not gonna go too farther than this. I see the way that, like, you see the history with certain types of ethnic groups or backgrounds, and you see people to this day, you know, not realize how we should be working together. We shouldn't be clowning or killing each other, and people to this day still don't realize that. They don't realize what people died for us, which is just sad, you know, which is just, you see, you know, content creators of certain skin color attacking other ones and, you know, doing certain things, and you're like, wow, they really just said that, right? Or they're really going in on these type of people, and they're that themselves, and they're like, really, you're gonna do that, you know? So, you know, I see a lot of that, you know, and so I get it, man. You know, I get it. So yeah, I believe as we have past lives, you can relive your life until you get it right, and we're not here. We are not here. Yo, that's crazy. Well, you said I am not human, so you're living up to your name, dude. Doc Brown visits us. Let's go. Morose says, player, since an urban legend says two of you can exist in the same plane of existence. So what if you got pushed into the future when your future self came back to your past and the present you self? Maybe that happens, dude. Let's see. The Steins Gate. Have I seen it? Yeah, I've seen it. Crazed Army of One. Yeah. What is your favorite time travel movie? My favorite time travel movie? I guess maybe Back to the Future. But like I like Chrono Trigger. That's time travel. And like Dragon Ball Z, there's time travel in that. Deadlock 7 says, yeah, the cruelty of mankind is hard to fathom. We should be working together to improve, evolve, and inspire, not fighting in any way. Yeah, man. Dude, if everybody worked together, especially even here on YouTube, if minority content creators like work together to build up more of our platform and to what we could say on there so we have more popular ones, imagine how much better things could be just in general. It'd be nuts. Or if more people in their communities work together more for just stuff in general, man, it'd be crazy what we could achieve. But there's just so much. Everyone's always looking out for themselves, or there's so much division. It's just nuts. But it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. Let's see. Ocarina of Time is my favorite time travel. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is really good. Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I mean, if we're counting something like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, maybe that game. I mean, you have. I don't know if there's really like real time travel, but well, yeah, there is. I mean, he's birth of sleeps for 100 years or whatever. So yeah, The Time Machine is a classic. Yeah, Bill and Ted's Great Adventure or whatever. I watched that the other day. That was funny. So yeah, Nier is about history repeating itself. That's why it's so cool of a game. Yeah, man. Opium players just take over YouTube. Yeah, man. Let's see. I believe it's because everyone is mostly out for themselves. Yeah, pretty much, man. That's pretty much how it is, which is fine. It's capitalism at its finest, which is good. But there's a lot of YouTubers that do help each other. But I see a lot of the big YouTubers of certain types of people help each other a lot more than certain types of people that probably should be helping each other more, and they don't. Which is just, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that certain YouTubers that are at the top that have a certain skin color don't help more people, you know, whereas I see a lot of other people help more, and even those people help other people with skin colors when those people should be being helped by their own people too. Not gonna say anything, but it's just interesting. It's interesting. I see that that aspect of YouTube. Even with myself, I have certain types of people helping me way more than other types of people. When those other types of people are clowning me, I've got other types of people who aren't clowning me, of certain types of people that help me way more than certain types of people that are more similar to me. So yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Deadlock 7 says, player essence, what type? Oh, that's why the best thing we can do is be the best people we can be, and support. I support anything in any way that I'm able to. Yeah, man. I absolutely agreed. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Yo, we went over the 2 hours and 12, the 2 hour limit. Let's see. Dave Gaming says, what games are you gonna stream this week, if any? Probably Smash Brothers and Devil May Cry. Let's see here. Paid Enthusiast says, you'll always be one of my top favorite YouTube personalities. I enjoy your vids and insight on various topics. I enjoyed the stream. Take care, man. Take it easy, dude. Take it easy. It's crazy that Turok looks better than Ark on the Switch. Yo, our future is now. Matthew Hammond says, smiling. He's smiling. He's cheesing. He's cheesing. He's cheesing. I'm sorry, guys. I guess that was a little confusing what I said. But we're gonna go ahead and stop it right there. Thank you guys so much, man. Good live stream tonight. Had a good viewership pretty much the whole time. Good viewership the whole time. Over 100 people. So before you guys go, I do have some new videos up on the channel. I did a video about E3 and Monolith Soft. So if you guys get a chance, please check out my Monolith Soft video. Monolith Soft video. So please check that out when you do get the opportunity. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below. I also talked about the Switch news, Friday the 13th, and other titles being announced for Switch. So make sure you check out that. Friday the 13th, the game. So that was talked about. So if you want to know more information about that game, you can definitely check out my Switch news for the day. I also have a video yesterday, if you missed it, about The Matrix and how I would like Platinum Games to make a game like that. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. I did a Switch anniversary video that I did this Sunday, about 3 days ago. So if you haven't seen that, check out my video page. All the videos will be on there. So yes, we'll discuss another day. Maybe you guys know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about doing a PE podcast, or sorry, like an off topic or player essence off topic. PE live off topic, and where we go into those other things, not politics. I don't know about that, so not that, but we go into other things. We talk about the type of stuff that we were talking about. We talk about some of those other things, and we kind of just separate it. It's called PE off topic. Maybe it's going to be late nights, you know, late nights on weekends. Maybe we have one podcast where we really talk about stuff like that. So I'm thinking about that. Zilla times 2. Yeah, you did miss the Turok news, but I can tell you the Turok news. Turok is coming out on March 18th. This is the N64 game that was kind of remastered. Same visuals, but just cleaned up a bit. It's being remastered and it's put on the Switch. It's not a full remaster, so it doesn't look like way better. Looks like the N64 game, but polished up. Has modern controls and everything like that. So that's coming to the Switch on March 18th, my man. March 18th for that one, so look forward to that. And Turok 2 is probably coming as well, based on a couple different things. So yeah. Yeah, we can talk fitness. We can talk all sorts of stuff. Shout outs to David Valdez as well. Thank you for the $1 pledge via Patreon. Appreciate that, my man. Welcome to the village. So yeah. So there you go. No problem, Zilla times 2, no problem. I vote conspiracy. Well, we can talk about a lot of different things. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll probably do one, and if it sucks and nobody watches, then I probably won't do another one. Or if people get pissed or whatever it is. Yo, thank you, David. I see you in the chat, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Patreon pledge, man. I appreciate it. Definitely, if anybody else wants to pledge, you guys can do so. We are going to be having more of a consistent stream of games coming up, because I'll know my fate in a little bit. I'll know my fate in a little bit when it comes to some stuff concerning my schedule. So if you want to check out my Patreon and kind of what I offer there, it's up to you guys. So there you go. Oh, what the hell? What the hell is all this? Okay, hold up, guys. I'm gonna plug it real quick. Give me a second. So yeah, if you want to check it out, thank you, David. I appreciate that, and of course, I'll give you a shout out whenever you do. So here we go. Thank you for that, my man. All right, so that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we will see you guys tomorrow for more videos and news and all that good stuff. Best of luck. Thank you. I don't think I'm gonna need luck, but like I said, we still got another 2 days. So tomorrow, then the next day. And like I said, I'm just going into it, see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. I think I'll be okay. If not, even if I'm not okay, I'll be okay. So, all right. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.